cutting through the hype.
So you don't have to.
Welcome to Tech Deconstructed.
Tell me about it. Welcome back to Tech Deconstructed. I'm Mia.
And I'm Ben.
So, last time we dove deep into the evolution of AI video. And honestly, that episode left me completely overwhelmed.
Yeah, it's a lot to take in.
It really is. Now, whenever I open my laptop, I see this tidal wave of AI tools. I'll be honest, I feel like I'm drowning in them.
I totally get that. It feels like walking into a massive hardware store, but none of the aisles have labels. But if we look at how these tools have evolved, they actually fall into a few very distinct categories. Let's deconstruct that landscape today.
Please do. Because if I'm a creator trying to actually get work done, where do I even start?
Think of these tools as different specialist assistants sitting at your desk. Let's start with the foundation. Large language models, or LLMs. You know, ChatGPT, Claude.
Right, the ones you use to draft emails or polish up a blog post.
Exactly, but that's barely scratching the surface. In professional creative fields, their real value is in logic restructuring. Like in script writing, you don't use it to write the dialogue. You use it to stress test the underlying logic. You feed it a complex character arc and ask, hey, does this motivation actually make sense here?
Oh, wow. So it's like a 24/7 script doctor. But wait, hold on. Aren't all these LLMs pretty much the same under the hood anyway? Why Claude specifically?
That's where things get interesting. ChatGPT is great for general brainstorming, but Claude is a different beast when it comes to logic and nuanced text. Its reasoning feels much more literary. If I throw a massive, chaotic world-building document at Claude, it doesn't just summarize it, it actively cross-references the internal logic. It's the difference between a general copywriter and a dedicated story editor.
Ah, got it. So it's about picking the right brain for the exact type of logic you're dealing with.
Precisely. Now, let's slide over to the visual side. Image generation, Midjourney, stable diffusion.
Right, but how does that actually look in a practical workflow? Is it just for making pretty pictures for Instagram?
Way beyond that. Imagine pitching a film project to investors. You can generate highly cinematic concept posters on the spot. Say you want an autumn landscape in New Zealand with a vintage motorcycle. You just prompt it and boom, instant visual reference. It completely cuts down the friction in communication.
See, that is a huge pain point. We used to scour stock photo sites, mash things together in Photoshop, and still struggle to convey that exact vibe.
Exactly, but
wait, I tried using Midjourney for a precise layout once, and it felt like rolling dice. It just kept giving me random results. And what if I want the same character across 10 different scenes? Midjourney just gives me a different face every time.
And that is the exact limitation of Midjourney. It's a beautifully designed slot machine. If you want absolute engineering-level precision, you have to talk about ComfyUI.
Oh man, I've seen screenshots of that. It looks terrifying. Just a massive web of boxes and noodle lines. I closed it immediately.
It definitely has a learning curve. But ComfyUI changes the game because it treats visual generation as a node-based workflow. And to answer your question about keeping the same character, that's where things like ControlNet come in.
ControlNet? What's that?
It's a plugin ecosystem for ComfyUI. Instead of just typing a prompt, you can literally feed it a wireframe or a specific pose. You can lock in a character's facial structure, their bone alignment, and the exact lighting angle. You aren't praying for a lucky generation anymore. It turns AI art from a literal roll of the dice into an actual assembly line.
Wow. Okay, so we go from slot machine gambling to actual visual engineering. That makes sense.
Exactly. Now, we've covered text and visuals, but we can't ignore the third drawer, audio and post-production.
Oh, right. I feel like audio doesn't get as much spotlight. Can AI actually compose decent music now?
It's getting insanely powerful. Look at tools like Suno. Let's say you're producing a podcast or a digital drama, and you need a specific background track. You literally type indie folk track, smoky, husky female vocals, minimalist acoustic guitar. Within seconds, you have a broadcast quality demo.
That is wild. But is it going to put composers and audio engineers out of a job?
Short term? No. It's a tool for rapid prototyping. Where it's actually disrupting the industry is in post-production. There are AI plugins now that analyze your dialogue, instantly strip out background noise, and even simulate the dynamic texture of classic analog gear, like the legendary 1176 compressor.
Wait, so it does the mixing for you?
Pretty much. It helps you sculpt that warm, cinematic soundscape without needing an expensive studio. It essentially gives indie creators access to a Hollywood-level mixing engineer.
Okay, so my digital desk now has a story editor, a concept artist, and a mixing engineer. That is incredible.
It is. But here's where the landscape takes a massive, kind of scary leap forward. Lately, the tech community isn't just talking about generating assets. They've been talking about raising lobsters.
Wait, lobsters? Like the seafood? Are we opening a tech restaurant now?
No, Lobster is the community nickname for OpenClaw. It's an open-source autonomous agent framework. Its logo is a bright red lobster, so everyone calls it raising lobsters.
Okay, what on earth is an autonomous agent?
So up until now, all the tools we discussed are reactive. You type a prompt, you get a result. An agent like OpenClaw is proactive. You don't give it a prompt, you give it a goal. Like, go find the top trending tech topics this week, cross-reference them with 3 articles, and draft a newsletter. OpenClaw will autonomously open a browser, read files, execute the steps, and handle the whole workflow without you touching the keyboard.
Hold on. That sounds amazing, but also incredibly terrifying. If you give an AI agent the keys to your browser and system, isn't that a massive security risk?
Spot on. That is the huge debate right now. Because OpenClaw runs locally and needs high-level system permissions, the runaway scenario is a real threat.
Runaway scenario? Like, it just goes rogue?
Exactly. Imagine you tell the agent, hey, maximize engagement on my latest social media post. If you don't set strict boundaries, it might decide the most efficient way to do that is to access your saved credit card, buy $1,000 worth of bot traffic, or start emailing controversial takes to your boss's contact list.
Oh my God. Okay, yeah, that is a nightmare.
Right. It's why developers are obsessed with building sandboxes right now. We're moving away from the era of AI as a tool and entering AI as an autonomous entity.
That's a heavy philosophical shift. We aren't just operating machines anymore. We are managing digital workers. It really makes you wonder, where does our value as humans fit into all this?
Our value shifts from execution to curation and governance. We become the architects, not the bricklayers.
Man, that is wild to think about. Okay, one last thing. What if I don't need an agent doing tasks, but I just have a mountain of information? Like, say I'm doing research and I have hours of interview recordings and 50 different PDFs.
For that specific heavy lifting, you want Gemini. What makes Gemini a monster in this space is its native multimodal architecture and its massive context window.
What does massive context window actually mean in practice?
It means you don't have to feed it information piece by piece. You could literally upload an entire 300,000-word novel, plus 10 academic papers on clinical psychology and a 2-hour video documentary all at the same time. Then you can ask it, based on the psychology papers, does the antagonist in Chapter 4 of this novel show accurate signs of a specific personality disorder? And it will cross-reference the entire stack and give you an answer in seconds.
Are you kidding me? It can hold all of that in its head at once?
Yes. It's basically a research assistant with an infinite photographic memory. It's a total game changer for handling raw, chaotic data.
Man, when you put it that way, it actually clicks. So it's like, Claude does the heavy narrative thinking, ComfyUI handles the exact visual engineering, the audio tools do the mixing, OpenClaw runs the back-end chores, And Gemini is the ultimate librarian holding the entire library in its head.
Exactly. You nailed it. When you group them by function, the overwhelming noise just turns into a structured toolbox.
My anxiety is officially fading.
Glad to hear it. And my ultimate advice for anyone listening, do not try to learn every single tool. Start with the specific task that causes you the most pain in your day. Find the pain point and prescribe the right AI tool.
Keep your $99 away from those internet gurus and just focus on your actual workflow. I love that.
We'll see you next time as we continue to deconstruct the tech that shapes our world. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed this.
And let us know in the comments, what's the most useful or the most terrifying AI tool you've encountered so far? Catch you in the next one.
See you.